Hello, and thank you for tuning in for another reading. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Um, let's start with Marlon and DJ Vlad. Now, a lot of times I just don't have the capacity to deal with any type of shall we say culture, pop culture, entertainment. It's like sometimes I feel overload. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what. Like, I don't care. I remember in my teens and 20s, I just used to know everything about these celebrities, singers, entertainers, all this kind of stuff. Knew all kind of facts, especially about my favorite singers and actors and actresses. Now I just really do not care. And how I get my information, I might be scrolling on social media and I see on the blogs a little clip. And if I feel interested, I might investigate more. If not, I just do like everybody else, look at the clip. A lot of times I look at part of the clip because I just don't want to hear it. But anyways, dealing with Marlon and Vlad. I've been seeing clips online, so if I didn't get it completely right, y'all let me know. But the thing is, Vlad supposedly reached out to Marlon Wayans for an interview on his show. You know how Vlad does. And Marlon said that his price was $40,000. Supposedly, Vlad got mad about that or something and was like, you know, basically that's too much for a has-been, somebody who has had a career but that is not popping or popular at the moment. He had an issue with Marlon's price. Okay. Now, one thing I will say, Vlad need to go on and go somewhere with his culture vulture ass. Okay. I'm tired of him. We tired of him. A lot of people is tired of him. He need to go on and move on, right? But he cannot disintegrate. He cannot disappear. If all black folk don't feel the same way. It's some black folk that's still gonna run the Vlad, even though he was supposedly canceled. Black people are supposed to, you know, do away with him, not go do any interviews, not look at his videos, none of that stuff. But you still have some of our people going over there, doing interviews, doing videos with him. Like, shit, I don't care, I'm finna get my money. Like, the mentality. So he ain't gonna never be canceled. He gonna always feel like he is part of the culture and that he can speak on the culture because, number one, black folk have let him speak on the culture for many years. Number two, he feel like he has a stake in it. He has a say-so. I mean, y'all let him in it for many years. So he has a say-so. He built his brand off of exploiting the culture. You know, and we do know allegedly he probably working for them boys, because how many people then got arrested after being on DJ Vlad? True, they might have told on themselves, which is stupid. However, he has the platform and he reels them in. And they come on in and willingly tell on themselves. Or he'll ask certain questions that'll get them to tell on themselves. So we know about him, right? Now, I've had my issues with Marlon Wayans. There are some things that he said in the past that I just particularly didn't care for. However, we're going to look at the whole picture, and we're not going to sit up here and overlook the fact that he is a legend. I don't care what nobody says. Him and his family have opened doors. They have went into a space and created a body of work that was not so easy for melanated people. They broke down doors. They created entertainment and TV shows and comedy and different things like that. So we're not going to overlook him being a legend, right? And I don't use that word loosely. You just have to look back. Okay. His name alone, Marlon Wayans, you should pay for, because he has put his work in over 30 something years, right? He has put the work in. He has proven himself. He has produced work, bodies of work. So his name alone, whether he's steady working right now, if he is in the public eye or if he is not, he is still a legend. You don't say that about Burt Reynolds. You don't say that about who is Clint Eastwood. You don't say that about, and I'm just, equating that with people who are, we would see as legends. You don't say that about, who else? Um, Celine Dion. She's come out a little bit more now, letting people know about her illness and different stuff like that. And she sings here and there, but she's just not completely like in the spotlight. I know for years she kind of backed up a little bit, but if she came out and Celine Dion said my asking price is 40,000, she gonna get 40,000. She'll probably get more than that. First of all, 40,000 is too low anyway. Marlon Wayans is Marlon Wayans, so he should have had like 75, 100,000. That should have been his price anyway. His show is still in like, what do you call that? Syndication, like in reruns. Like, he still gets paid off the Wayans brothers. They still get paid for all the movies that continuously play on all of these different channels. Anywhere from movie channels to free channels, apps like Freevee and Tubi and Pluto, and like, don't play with his name, Vlad. That shit is wild. But anyways, let's go ahead. I had to speak on that. Let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what's really going on. What's Vlad's issue? What's Vlad's issue? We not already detailed what Vlad's issue is. He'll culture it. But let's see what Spirit has to say. If there's anything else Spirit wants to say about DJ Vlad. What's going on with DJ Vlad? This dude here just irks me. And he also wanted to say that, for the type of engagement that Marlon Wayans gets, basically what he shouldn't be asking for 40,000, saying like his videos barely get 100,000. Bro is a lie. First of all, nobody is looking at your ish no more. Now, he wasn't completely canceled by the culture or by black people. However, his viewership has went down. And this has been proven by a lot of people, even some bloggers that are on here that I do watch. They've talked about Vlad before and how his engagement is very low. People don't even engage. If you go to his Instagram, he probably got bots then bought people. If you have like 100,000, 200,000, 1,000,000 followers, but 2 people be commenting, dude, you either bought followers, your engagement is low. Don't nobody mess with you like that. I'd rather have 100,000 followers and, 2, 3, 400, at least that's 10%, like 500 comments or whatever. But the point is, people interact with you. People interact with your content. Nobody interacts with Vlad. And then he wants to block everybody or report pages and report posts and everything like that. Real hater. But he in the culture, right? A hater, allegedly. Not adding up. So what's going on with DJ Vlad? Not adding up. Medium in the reverse. Not good. Yeah. Like, he's scrapping. DJ Vlad is definitely not necessarily in a good place, because if you've noticed over the last couple of years, he has been getting into it with people now. So remember I said he wasn't completely canceled, but a lot of people stopped effing with him. A lot of people stopped messing with him, and that has hurt him. That has hurt his brand. He knows that his time won't be too long. His time is coming to an end. His reign is coming to an end. People, let me tell you something. There are so many different other podcasts out here, so many different other reporters, hood reporters. I could just mention some hood reporters because, like I said, YouTube is my TV. Like, I don't be on social media that much unless I have to make posts or different things like that, and I might scroll or lurk sometimes. But YouTube is my TV. I barely watch TV unless I'm watching a movie or a series or watching something old, because I love watching old series and stuff like that, right? But YouTube is my TV. There are a couple of hood journalists that report in the hood, okay? Hood stuff, rap-related stuff, red rums, if you know what I'm saying. Different things like that, especially red rums of celebrities and all of that, okay? Just read it backwards. For my older audience, if you don't know what red rum is, turn it around. It's backwards, the word, what I just said, okay? There are so many people who are that are a part of our culture, that are a part of us, who bring the news. And a lot of people are invested in listening to those people other than somebody who is not within the circle trying to tell us and report on what's going on. Your time is up. Not adding up. You got that medium card. Not good. It's like his reign, his pull, and all of the, like, how he was so popular before. It's definitely not how it used to be. Rejuvenation. There's some things going on behind the scenes with Vlad. I don't know if it's money-wise, dependent in reverse. Pull one more card. Slow down in reverse. Yeah. That boy might be cantankerous. He blowing up, and he might be on edge because there's some things going on behind the scenes that is affecting his flow, his money flow. And like I said, it has to do something with him, his brand, and how people view him at this point. I would say he probably semi-canceled, but it's a lot of people that don't F with him no more, to be honest. Not like they used to. He still gets some people, but there are a lot of people that don't F with him no more. His money is not what it used to be. And I feel like the people who backed him before are not just necessarily in his corner or backing him like they used to. Like I said, it feels like his reign is over. That's all I got to say, right? How does Marlon Wayans really feel about this situation? Like, how does he feel? Let's see if we need to go with another deck. How does Marlon Wayans feel about this situation? Let's go here. Let's go here. How does Marlon Wayans feel about this situation? How does he feel about everything? We're going to get a few shuffles in. One thing I noticed right now about Marlon Wayans, child, in them 50s, I guess he getting closer to them 60s, them 50s, you start not to give a F. Now, your 40s, you start to get that way. Him, I believe he is in his 50s now, 50, 51, 52, 53. I was about to say, a ninja that's always spoken his mind before, definitely gonna speak his mind now. Caring connections. He really don't give a F. The temple path. In reverse. Daughter romance. Ain't no love lost. He was like, you know what? Hold up, let's stay right here first. He was like, look, you came to me. I don't even care. You could take it or leave it. Like, I really don't even care. Now, some people would say Marlon Wayans shouldn't even consider, you know, going on Vlad. And who's to say that he actually considered? Vlad reached out to him, supposedly. So even if he was considering it or not, like 40,000, it seems like that's just a number he threw around anyway, because definitely, I know Marlon Wayans probably asked for more than that. He was just probably, because what I heard is, allegedly, Vlad be playing these rappers and up-and-coming rappers and people like that, 10,000 or, you know, 20,000 or something like that. So for Marlon to say 40,000, he probably thought anyway that Vlad was going to reject that. Maybe he didn't want to go on Vlad anyway, so he told him 40,000. Just to kind of get Vlad off his back, because he knew he probably wouldn't go for that. That wouldn't be a deal. But who knows, right? But Marlon is like, ain't no love lost. Like, we don't have no, I don't have no connection here. Like, I don't care about no Vlad, right? Like, and I'm not taking the high road in this situation. I'm going to put your ass on blast. I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell people what happened. And shit, make a joke of it. Like, what? Just make a joke of it. Like, Marlon Wayans do not care. Like, it was almost like, I really don't care about this shit. This is what I'm getting from this. Marlon really did not care. He did not care at all. Let's pull some confirmation cards just to confirm. Like, because people's like, you know, some people saying, very few people, maybe this I heard Marlon's reputation from what? From DJ Vlad? Dealing with this culture vulture? But from what I've seen, for the most part, that a lot of people are behind Marlon, especially on Twitter. Cause they like telling Vlad, like, how dare you disrespect somebody in our culture as a legend. Anyway, self-preservation in the reverse. Not that serious in the reverse. Weakness in the reverse. Marlon already knew. He just threw that number out there. He knew he wasn't gonna take the bait. It was just like, nigga, how dare you like reach out to me? Like, I don't even F with you like that. Yeah. I don't know why the word peasant is coming to me. It sounds like something that Marlon would say, like peasant. I don't even think he F with Vlad like that. So, like I said, it's almost given like he just threw that number out there. He knew that Vlad wouldn't take the bait because it's just like, I don't even F with you like that. What you even asking me for? Like, if, like, what DJ Vlad was saying, even if, you're mad because he threw out that number, you the one reached out to him. You're talking about he a has-been. Why did you reach out to a has-been then? Why did you want him on your platform? Because you thought you would get views, right? You thought that you would get revenue from those views, right? So now why you want to flip it when he give you his price? Like, people be playing. That shit is a trip. You understand me? That shit is a trip. Anyways, let's move on because I don't even want to spend too much time on it. I just want to pull a few cards. Let's go to Mr. Tyrese. They call him 𝐃𝐨𝐧𝐚𝐭𝐞. Let's see what's going on, Mr. Tyrese. Let's we're gonna go with this deck. Now, this just happened. Now, over the weekend, I did see another video where people were debating. I think this was on a neighborhood talk. People were debating and saying that Trey Songz was better than Tyrese. Now, let's just scratch the record. Just stop, right? No. Now, no matter how much Tyrese gets on your nerves, Tyrese the person, I cannot stand. I cannot stand Tyrese the person. However, we can go ahead and separate the talent from the individual, like the person, right? You cannot tell me that this man cannot sing. He has soul in his bones, okay? It comes from within. Tyrese could always sing, right? He pulls that grown man R&B. He gives you the soul of like a 1970s singer, like, you know, a Marvin Gaye or a Al Green, or, you know, he pulls that out of you, right? And he has some hits. Like, people were actually saying that Trey Songz was the better artist than Tyrese, and he has more hits. Now, first of all, even if Tyrese got more hits, Trey Songz have more hits. That might be. He might have more popular hits. That does not make him the better artist. Number two, I cannot stand Trigger Trey. That's just my opinion. I'm going to state that right now. He is a horrible person. A horrible person. I've done videos and readings on him before about how he's allegedly assaulted people, women, different things like that. But if I was to just separate the person, like I did Tyrese, from the body of work, there's no music of Trey Songz that I like. Like, the only thing that I can name you is probably, what is it? What is that? Neighbors Know My Name or something? And I can't really sing that to you. I just kind of know the chorus a little bit. And it's a song he had with Chris Brown. Is it 𝐃𝐨𝐧𝐚𝐭𝐞? Is he on that? It's like a short little song. It was cute. I kind of liked it. I can't name you no Trey Songz songs, but people were actually in the comments saying, naming songs and saying he has more Billboard awards, more this or more that. And I'm like, he sounds like a effing Billy Goat to me. The way he sings, and one comment that I saw where somebody said, y'all must be young in this comment section. I'm like, there you go. Y'all gotta be Gen Z or something. Y'all gotta be Gen Alpha. Like, who the hell is in these comment section for you to actually say Trey Songz was better Then Tyrese, you done lost your mind. But anyway, I just had to vent that out. So I just saw a video this morning. He was on the Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne the God just pretty much asked him, how is he doing? Like, he's been through a lot. You know, he lost his marriage. You know, his mother died. I think one or both sisters passed away. You know, his mental health has been, you know, kind of like up and down. And, you know, how is he doing? And when he answered it, he started to kind of cry. And he was like, you know, every 24 hours is different. Like, I'm taking it the best way I can. And, you know, I really felt him on that. You know, the human side, the humanity. Despite how he gets on my nerves and he's annoying to me, the man really needs help. He needs a lot of therapy. He needs some spiritual help and guidance. And I'm not talking about TD fakes. Or going over to Dubai. I'm talking about he needs some real therapy, see a therapist. He also needs a spiritual advisor, like a seer, a psychic, a root worker, or whoever in his corner. He need both of them. And he just needs to, with both of those, he needs to be able to find a way to release and resolve some of the issues that he's had growing up over the years and through the traumatic experiences that he's experienced. Because divorce is traumatic. You know, losing your family is traumatic. Losing your mother is traumatic. Losing your sibling is traumatic. You know, he may have already had something, you know, off with his mental state, but trauma adds to it. No lie. Okay? So let's just pull a few cards, see what's going on with Tyrese, okay? Pull a few cards and see what's going on with Tyrese. We ain't gonna drag this out. Just kind of see where his headspace is. And then he had that girl that he has been dating off and on. I forgot her name. Broke up with her one time and talked crazy about it, then they got back together. Child, I don't know. I think it's somebody, it's a filler. I think old girl's a filler. It's just a space filler. For him not being alone. It's something for him to do. I also think that he doesn't like the quietness. I also think he doesn't like to be alone because he doesn't want to be by himself thinking about certain things. I also think that he has some self-hate issues. There's a lot going on. Like I said, he needs to see a therapist and he needs a spiritual advisor. Patience. What's going on with Tyrese? Memories of love in reverse. He has a lot of harmony in reverse. He has a lot of, his heart is broken. He has a lot of things that has broken him. He's broken. He's a broken person. He has a lot of things that's broken his heart and just really been difficult on him. And like we said before, like Charlamagne said, you know, the mother passing away, siblings passing away, divorce, not being in the same household with your children, you know, having to pay child support because, you know, you're not in the same household. It's just a lot. He's had a lot of upsets, disappointments, regrets. Yeah, it's just a lot of heavy burden, a lot of, I don't even want to call it negative energy. It's just very heavy, which can cause instability, i.e. depression, anxiety, panic, dissatisfaction, different things like that. So you see, you know, at some point in time, he's trying to be patient with himself. And there are very few people around him that are patient because they understand what he's going through. So he's trying to be patient with himself and understand. You know, sometimes he gets really emotional and then he goes back and like, hey, yeah, I really have been through all of this. So he kind of understands, but he goes in and out of it. So he tries to be patient with himself, and he also has very few people, one or two people, few people around him who are patient with him because they understand what's going on as well with him. They've witnessed what has happened that has contributed to his mental state and how he is. Memories of love in reverse. Yeah, he's brokenhearted about a lot of things. Like I said, has a lot of regret. He's out of balance. Harmony. He's out of balance with himself and just others, period. He doesn't have anyone to relate to. He feels like there's no one to relate to him. He thought that that would be his wife. But that, like I said, that dissipated, you know, that union was broken up. He's really broken, and he is really out of balance with himself. When I say himself, mental, physical, spiritual, mind, body, and soul, he's out of whack. Emotional state is out of whack. Truth. He's to the point where he's brutally honest. You know how you see him online and people be making fun of him because he says what's on his mind. It's like he has no filter at this point now. And not to say that he should censor his truth, but there's always a way in which you say certain things, and there's a time and place for everything. And so a lot of times what I notice, if, you know, there's a post or somebody says something, he comes and says something, everybody's like, here he go. It's a time and place for everything. It really is. And not to say that you're trying to appease someone, but just really understand there's a time and place for everything. And there's a way that you go about doing certain things. It just is, right? You have your destiny card. And you have your rejoice and celebration, but this was in a reverse. Yeah, he's all out of balance, and he lives in memories a lot. He goes back in his mind and he thinks about good times in his life, definitely when his mother and the siblings were here, when times were necessarily happier for him. He lives in memories, and he goes back to the past a lot. He'll get happy, but then it'll make him unstable again because he's like, damn, this is not my current. This is not the state that I'm living in. It's only the past. And so that makes him sad, right? And you have this truth card. Like I said, he's very truthful, but this also represents the scales. You see this lady on the scale and looks like she's trying to move forward, but the scales are imbalanced. That further confirms what I stated about him being imbalanced within himself. Okay. However, whatever and however people feel or think about Tyrese, he is also legendary. He has had a good career. He has contributed to the music sector. He has created timeless music that people still listen to. Like, I still listen to Sweet Lady. I still listen to Sounds of Lovemaking. I still listen to What Am I Gonna Do? I still listen to Shame. I still listen to, there are lots of songs of his that are still on my playlist. Okay. He does not get the respect that he deserves, and I think he knows that. For some reason, when people are giving their just due or their flowers or the respect to certain people and entertainers and artists, Tyrese doesn't come up too much as like the first thought. However, if you have, say for instance, award shows, and you know how they give awards to other legends or people who are legendary or who've been in the music industry for 40, 50 years, say like a Patti LaBelle or something like that. They have other music artists that are in the industry that will sing their songs and pay tribute to them. People think about him with that. Now, with this Usher tribute, that was, what was that, BET? We ain't finna get on that, because people was literally saying, was Tyrese not available? Tyrese was in the audience. I know he was probably thinking like, I could have told them songs up just by myself. But like I said, people don't think of him off top. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people even talk about Tank or say something about Tank, and Tank is a good artist too. But you see what I'm saying? It's like, and they were in the same group. Who was that? TGT with Genuine. People will talk about Genuine before they talk about Tyrese. Like, that's crazy. Like, they all came up around the same time. They all had an impact. So he is a star in his own right. This was his destiny, be in a spotlight, to be an entertainer, you know, even going into film, but he just doesn't get the just due, and I think that bothers him a lot, as well as everything else going on in his life. Rejoice and celebration in the reverse. He just feels like at this point in time, it's nothing to celebrate for. He has a lot of sadness. I feel a lot of sad energy around Tyrese. He He's really been, it's almost like a cloud that's been over him for a while. This cloud has been over Tyrese for a minute. I don't think he knows how to get out of it. He's also very stubborn. Um, it's almost like he doesn't want help. That's what I'm getting. It's like he knows that he needs it, but it's like he almost don't want it. And that could be because he may be scared to let people in. Just look at everything that's happened in his life. He may feel like people will back away from him or abandon him or sever ties, or he really doesn't let people in. So I don't know if he doesn't want to get help. Images keep rushing into me as well. It's like he puts on a facade. You might see pictures with him. He might be in Dubai. He might be so-and-so chilling with, other entertainers or different things like that. He has a smile on his face, acting like everything is cool. He is very one sad, depressed person who is broken, who is imbalanced, and he needs a lot of help and therapy. So I would say if y'all pray for him, send him positive energy. Yeah, he just got a lot going on. Anyways, that's it. We're not going to make this too long. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.